Hello, Plainview Elementary Kindergarten parents. Welcome to our first ever virtual roundup. I want to apologize that we weren't able to do our roundup about a month ago, and thank you for sticking with me and being patient as we figured out the best way to do this virtual roundup. So we will spend about the next 15 minutes or so together going through the roundup materials that were sent to you about a month ago. So you got a packet, whether it was at packet pickup or whether it was mailed to you, I'm not sure. But either way, you should have got a packet from the school that had a bunch of information about registration and enrollment. So having that packet handy over the next 15 minutes will be best for you. So pause me now and go and grab that, and then we will continue. All right, so the first thing you will see in your packet is this roundup packet information. And so it has on it everything that you will find within the packet and a list of things that must be returned no later than August 1st. I do want to let you know that all of these things can be returned to the school now. I know that some of you have been returning them now. You can bring items to the school any Thursday. I'm here on Thursdays from 8 until 4, allowing families to pick up and return packets. And then I'm usually here until about noon every other day. So if you bring things before that, that's perfectly fine. You can also mail things to the school and we'll get them that way. Or you can wait until August and then we'll get them then as well. And then here are optional forms as well. So this list will give you a really good idea of what's in your packet, what has to be returned, and what can be returned if needed. All right, let's go on to the next page. The next page just had the agenda of what was going to happen if we met when Roundup was scheduled. We were going to have the students go off with the teachers. Now we will have them come in and we will have an open house and we will let them meet their teachers and we will let them get a feel for their classroom prior to school. So we will do all of that and we will ease any fears and anxieties that they might have or that you might have. We will let them bring in their school supplies. We will let them get all of that put away prior to school actually starting. So that will all happen probably right around August 10th. But you will get a letter from me the end of July or beginning of August letting you know when our open house is, and look for the kindergarten times, and you just bring your student in during those kindergarten times and they will be able to do all of that and you will be able to come in and meet their teacher and hopefully ease some of your fears and anxieties about your child starting kindergarten as well. This also talks a little bit about our lunch program. So down here it talks about the cost of the lunch program. So our kindergarten through third grade lunch is $2.25 for a lunch. The breakfast is $1.60. Our breakfast starts at 7:30 daily, so you are welcome to bring your child at 7:30, no earlier than 7:30, please. And they can have breakfast with us, and breakfast will cost $1.60. As far as putting money on their lunch account, we do have lunch accounts that are based on the whole family. So you wouldn't have to just put lunch money on one student's account. It will be for the whole family. And you can pay with cash or check. You would simply bring that to the elementary office and give it to Miss Patsy and she will get it onto the account. Balance notices are sent by text and email every single week. So don't freak out when you get a notice saying that you are positive $47.35. You'll get one every single week letting you know. My first week in the district, I got one telling me that I was positive, and I kind of freaked out thinking that it was telling me I was negative, but it was telling me I was positive, so I was okay. If you are overdrawn on your account, you will know because you won't get it every week, you'll get it every day. So you will also get a mailed notice if you are overdue on your account. Free and reduced lunch forms will be sent out in August. So if you need to fill out a free and reduced form, please get that filled out as soon as possible, so we can get that applied to you as soon as possible. One other thing that we need to make sure that we have in order for your child to be able to come to kindergarten is a copy of their certified birth certificate. So we do need a copy of their certified birth certificate, so we need to actually see the certified birth certificate. So if you bring in the certified birth certificate, I can make a copy for you here, and then I can give that right back to you. So bring it in any Thursday between 8 and 4. I'll make a copy and hand it right back to you, and then we are good to go with those. All right, we will head on to the next page. Our next page is a quick and easy enrollment form. All you need to do is fill this out and front and back, and then hand it back in. So fill this one out and hand it back in, and we're good to go with the enrollment form. The health physical form, your child does need to have a physical prior to kindergarten. So you need to make sure that you take them in for a physical. If you look at the letter that Nurse Beth sent, which was also in your form, she lists out any immunizations that they need to have prior to kindergarten. Those are also listed on this sheet here. So that's one way that we make sure that your child has their immunizations. So you'll take this form in to their physical, and it'll just be completed by the doctor there. And then you'll bring this form back to the school, and we will be good to go for your child's physical. If you have any questions on the physical, please be sure to contact the school, and then I will get you in touch with Nurse Beth, and she will make sure that she answers any questions that you have. The next form that we have is our school vision evaluation, and I know that our vision offices are not open right now, but a kindergarten vision evaluation is mandatory in order for students to go into kindergarten. So you may want to start calling and find out when you can get in for a kindergarten screening. They will fill this out for you, and then you will be good to go for vision as well. The next thing I have is in order to administer medication at school. So this is whether it is prescription medication, whether it is over-the-counter medication, whether it is a cough drop. We need to have a signed release from parents letting us know that it is okay that your child takes this medication. Medication must be in the original packaging. We cannot give any medication if it is in a Ziploc baggie or if it is in a different container. It must be in the original packaging. So if it is prescribed by a doctor, it has to be in its prescription bottle. If it is an over-the-counter medication, it has to be in the original bottle that it came in. So make sure that any medication that you bring to school is in the original bottle. And then you would need to fill this out completely, sign and date it at the bottom, and we would keep this on file in the office. All medication that comes to school would stay in the office, and students would come down to the office in order to get a cough drop, in order to get headache medicine, or in order to take any prescription medication that they might have. If they have asthma, if they need an EpiPen, any of that would all be sent down to the office as well. We also sent some speech sounds home. We know that there are a lot of questions when students are entering school as to what sounds they should be making, what sounds they maybe aren't making yet. And so we wanted to make sure that you were aware of sounds that are a little more delayed in boys versus girls. And so we have this sheet here for you, so you can refer to it if you have any questions. You'll also find your 2020-2021 school supply list. So when you are looking for school supplies, please make sure that you check this school supply list and get only what is listed here. Our teachers go through and are very careful. They check the list every single year and make sure that they only ask for what they really need in their classrooms. So when it says 3 boxes of 8 crayons, yes, they really mean 3 boxes of 8. Not 1 box of 24, 3 boxes of 8. So please make sure that you look at what's on the list and purchase what's on the list only. If you have any questions about that or would like to purchase additional for the school, we do have a supply closet that we keep for students that don't have supplies. So we would be more than happy to take extras. The next thing I have is about Title I. So we are a school-wide title building, which means we are able to serve students in reading and in math. So if we have students who are underachieving in either of those subjects, we are able to, we have a teacher and 2 paraeducators who are able to work with them, whether it's in small group or in a pull-out session, and who are able to work with them and hopefully get them up to grade level. And it's an awesome program, and I'm really excited that we are able to have this program. Our title services are offered to all kindergartners through 6th grade students. So if you hear about title or your child says, I got to go to the title classroom, that's what that is. It's just additional services that are offered to all students here. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or to talk to your child's teacher about them or about title. Another thing that we have in your packet is a clinic schedule. So when we're talking about immunizations or physicals, here is a schedule of when and where immunization clinics will be. So you can check this out and see when they will be in Madison and when they will be in Pierce, and see if any of those dates work for you. So they come once a month, so you really have to look at the calendar and make sure that you're checking the dates to see. It looks like July 22nd, they'll be at Our Savior Lutheran, and June 24th. After that, it's after school starts, so it's August 26th. So you want to make sure that you get to either the June or July dates if you want immunizations up to date before school starts. Because looking at our school calendar, the first day of school is on August 13th. So that is exciting. Your child will officially be a kindergartner on August 13th. Okay, parents, I know I just threw a whole bunch of information at you all at once, and it was super fast and furious. The good thing is that you didn't have to take any notes, because all you have to do is rewind and go back, and you can listen to what I said a million times or never again. You get to pick. But what I'd like to do now is I would like to spend a little bit of time talking to your child who will be in a kindergartner next year. So if you want to switch spots with them, I would love to chat with them for a little bit. Hello, kiddos. How are you? In case you didn't know or you don't remember, I'm Mrs. Thompson, and I'm so excited that you are going to be in kindergarten next year. So I was just talking to your parents and doing our kindergarten roundup, and I decided what a perfect time to talk to you too. So I am going to read you a book. So I don't know if you remember this about me, but one of the things that I love is reading books. So I found this book that is perfect for right now because it's all about school. This book is called If You Take a Mouse to School, and it's by Laura Numeroff. Oh man, would you ever take a mouse to school? All right, here we go. If you take a mouse to school, look at that. He's brushing his mouse's hair. He'll ask you for your lunchbox. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich. And a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. When you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. Do you see him? He's peeking out of your book. Oh my goodness. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. He'll even try a science experiment. I think he got a little messy in the science experiment. Then he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom. Once he's all nice and clean, he'll be ready for his lunch. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. He'll build a little mouse house. That looks like a big mouse castle to me. And he'll make some furniture out of clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own. So he'll need a lot of paper. He'll probably use up all your pencils. When he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. Then he'll want to take it home. So he'll put it in your lunchbox and tuck it in a safe place. Look at it. He hid your lunchbox. Oh my goodness. Then, when the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then, he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets and do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want to eat a snack. So he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And chances are, if he asks you for your lunchbox, you'll have to take him back to school. Oh my goodness. Why did you have to take him back to school? Yep, because your lunchbox was back at school, wasn't it? I can't wait until you are back at school. So I'm going to see you in August, and I can't wait. Hopefully you don't bring a mouse with you, but hopefully I can read a couple more books to you next year. All right, boys and girls, I will see you later. Have a great day.